Hey, before we get into today's video showcasing a team that I climbed over 300 rating in 2 days, we gotta cover 2 things. First and foremost, a written agreement from you down in the comments. ZyoniK, I forgive you. Whatever team you're about to show me, I won't judge. In fact, I understand. It's up to Niantic to address this, and you're just making content for our enjoyment. And secondly, we do have a sponsor for today's video, so let's go ahead and check that out. I'm a big fan of Prime Gaming, and it is free with your Prime membership and offers free content and in-game items for all of your favorite games. Right now, there are free in-game items for Pokémon Go, so let's go check it out. It's super simple to go and claim the drop. Just head to the Prime Gaming website with me. Once you're signed into your Prime Gaming account, all you need to do is go redeem the code for your Pokemon Go drop via the web or Pokemon Go app. For Prime Gaming bundle number 12, we will be getting 20 Ultra Balls, 5 Max Revives, and 1 Super Incubator. This is a perfect Prime Gaming bundle that will help make the most of the Pokemon Go Halloween 2022 event. Now, once you've successfully claimed it, all you need to do is copy that code right there and follow the instructions to claim the code in-game based on what phone you have, either iPhone or Android. There are so many benefits to joining Prime Gaming with free games, monthly in-game content for Pokemon Go. This is an amazing opportunity, so be sure to go sign up for Prime Gaming today. Thanks again to Prime Gaming for sponsoring this video. Alright, so let's give a little background for how this team came about. I was shared a post in my patron Discord, so shout out to them. And it was a post regarding someone who got a shiny Pikachu Libre from hitting Legend. And the post was significant because this was their second one that they received over the past couple years, which is pretty amazing considering the odds. But then I read the fine print. Hit Legend for the 6th time as of last night. Empoleon Double Charm for the win. It felt so wrong, but so good to use. This team instantly loses to double counters in the back to Alola Ninetales and Wigglytuff, whether that's double steal like Bastion, Galarian Stunfisk, or if there's a Venusaur on the team. If you guys see a Venusaur on the lead, it is literally an instant loss. You need to top left. But the point of this team was not to try to beat teams that could hard counter you. The point was to play the odds. How many times would I see a Venusaur in the meta? I didn't see many. In fact, I went 30-10 with this team and at one point had a 14-game win streak. And if you guys were a member of the YouTube channel or a patron member of mine, you guys got to run this team all this week, and a lot of you had a lot of fun. All right, getting into the first game, we got a Medicham on the lead. Not a good matchup, so we're going to safe swap into that Wigglytuff and get ahead on energy, and a Bastion is going to come in and hard lock us down. This happens all the time. If you lose lead with Empoleon, there's most likely something that completely hard counters the Charmer in the back. In this case, it's going to be Bastion. So we're just going to go for a play rough here and try to do as much damage as we can with Charm, and let's see what they decide to do. If they decide to throw energy, we're actually in a very good situation, but it looks like they're gonna try to farm us down. Now, can we get to the second play rough in time? Oh, it's so close we get to the second play rough in time. That is beautiful. This extra chip damage is going to come in so clutch here with Wigglytuff against the Bastion. Even though we lose switch, that's okay. We're going to come in with Empoleon right now and farm down. Flamethrower doesn't do too much damage, so we're going to go ahead and let it go, but they instant swap into a Lickitung. This is a very common, very bulky team, and I'm going to keep Empoleon here against the Lickitung because Alola Ninetales might just be able to sweep this game if it can stay on top of the Medicham. So we're just going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannons right here. We are resisting Body Slam, which is beautiful. We don't need to give up shields for that, and if they build up to the Power Whip, we might just give up a shield. But they decided to let it go, so I'm going to go ahead and go for another Hydro Cannon right here. This is going to be perfect because this will either force the shield or I take out the Lickitung. So now it is just the Medicham and Bastion left. So I come in with Alola Ninetales and their switch clock is not back up yet. Remember, they switched in the XL Lickitung. So I can fully nearly charm down right here and I can safely go ahead and shield as they do throw the Ice Punch. I could have let that go in hindsight, but they bring back in the Bastion now to throw the Stone Edge, which is fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and let this go through, as Empoleon has enough health now with Waterfall to take out the Bastion and also take out the Medicham. Yeah, I told you guys this team was good for a reason, and I feel so bad about it. Empoleon now versus Trevenant. This is a pretty bad lead for us, so we're going to come in with Wigglytuff right now, and they decide to swap into a Swampert, which I am actually okay with. This is a very good situation for us because this means they don't have a hard counter to Charm. And that's the whole point of this team, is this last week, so many people were not running good counters to Charmers, and we took advantage of that. So we're going to go ahead and now let this next decide to shield right here, sorry, on the Hydro Cannon. These battles were done throughout the week. I did not do these this morning as of recording. So some of these I might slightly forget, but this is a showcase throughout the whole week of running these battles. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam right now. This obviously does super effective damage, so we will get the shield now from Trevenant. But notice how much health we have on Wigglytuff. This is what's so deadly about thick Charmers like a Wigglytuff. If they do not have a hard answer, it is going to tear through some of these teams, and Trevenant is definitely one of them. So we're going to go ahead and let this Wigglytuff go down. We don't really have a choice, but that's okay. We are now going to come in with, I believe, Empoleon, because I'm hard reading. They don't have an answer to Alolan Ninetales. So we're going to come in with Empoleon right here and just tank the Shadow Ball. By all means, right? If a Swampert came into Wigglytuff, they are extremely weak in the back. So the Shadow Ball lands, we swap into Alolan Ninetales, and there's an Altaria. That's a good game. Moving on. Here we go. We got Empoleon now versus Skarmory. Okay, pretty positive lead right here for us. In fact, this is actually very good. We do see a Sableye come in, so I go into the Alolan Ninetales. Now, you could go one of two ways. If you go into Alolan Ninetales, you have to shield this return, otherwise you're going to go down. Or you could decide to go into Wigglytuff, but then that allows them to really farm you down because you'd let the return go. So it's a toss-up, and in this case right here with Alolan Ninetales, I have Weather Ball for neutral damage, which is why I decided in this situation to go in with Alolan Ninetales, because Charm and Weather Ball right here is going to get the Skarmory low. This is a Skarmory that resists Charm, but Alolan Ninetales does not care. We're going to be hitting this Weather Ball and no shield as well. Look at that Skarmory. It's so low. In fact, we're going to be able to farm it down if it doesn't throw energy, which is perfect because now we can come in with Empoleon and load up on energy, and let's see what they have in the back. It's going to be a Swampert, so we're going to go ahead and come in with the Wigglytuff and just do as much charm damage as possible. Now, I believe they did build up to the Sludge Wave right there, so I'm going to go ahead and shield. No, it's just a Hydro Cannon. So this next one, if they have Sludge Wave, it is going to be the Sludge Wave, but look at how much health they're at. They have to throw Sludge Wave right when they get to it, which means they do not have enough energy. It is the Sludge Wave, so boom, down goes Wigglytuff, but Empoleon can come in and just waterfall down. And I want you guys to notice most opponents still have all their shields left by the end of these battles. This is how deadly this team was. All right, we got Skarmory now on the lead once again. So let's see what they decide to do. They're deciding to stay in, which is fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and load up on energy and just make sure I have extra energy to, in case they decide to swap out. That way I can hit a charge move. So they decide to go for the Sky Attack, which is fine by me. Do we see a swap out? No, I'm going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon now. This is going to put a lot of pressure on them, and they might be weak in the back. So my concern is there may be a Galarian Stunfisk in the back, but they actually decided to let it go. So that's fine by me. I have a charge move ready to go. Let's see what decides to come in. It is going to be a Medicham, so I'm going to swap out right away, banking my energy, and it's actually going to be a Diggersby in the back. So this is good game. We still have Empoleon with a Hydro Cannon, and we still have Alolan Ninetales with Charm and 2 shields. So we're going to let everything go through right here, and it is going to be the Earthquake, which honestly is not enough to kill us. And we might just be able to get Ice Beam in time because a Fire Punch will not take us out, which means we're going to force ourselves shield advantage right here. So we're going to let this go. It is going to be the Fire Punch, and we do hang on, and we do get to the Ice Beam now, and they have to make a very tough call. If they no-shield this, they know it's Ice Beam, and they decided to no-shield it. Boom! But unfortunately for them, we have Alolan Ninetales with Charms. I am so sorry to everyone that I faced this week. I even saw some of you guys, I didn't reply back, but I saw some of you guys posting on Twitter, commenting about it. All right, we got Toxapex here on the lead. This obviously is a matchup where we have to stay in. Granted, this is a very good matchup for us because Drill Peck is doing neutral damage. We're resisting Poison Jab. We're resisting Brine. And so we're going to stay in right here. This is good. And so we don't know what they have in the back, but we need to be cognizant that there could be something like a Galarian Stunfisk. So we need to make sure we at least have some health on Empoleon to be able to handle that with waterfall damage. So I believe on this one, yeah, we're going to go ahead and let this go. And then now we're going to load up and go for the double drill peck right here. If they decide to let this go, I think I might consider trying to farm down with Waterfall, which they did decide to do, but it was a CMP tie, so I think I need to shield right here. Remember, I said I need to save some health on Empoleon just in case they have Galarian Stunfisk, and we do have quite a bit of energy. So let's see what they decide to bring in. It is going to be a Scrafty. We're coming in with the Charm, and they swap, and it's another Diggersby in the back. So that is another good game because the Scrafty can't do anything against Alolan Ninetales, and this poor Diggersby is going to try its best, but the opponent doesn't know that I have 2 Charmers in the back. And again, if you faced me this week, I know some of you guys beat me, right, with the counters to double charms, so good on you. But a lot of you guys did not when it comes to these charms, so I do apologize. So Diggersby now is going to go ahead and go for a Fire Punch here. That's fine. Empoleon can come in and just go for the Hydro Cannon that we do have ready to go to force that final shield. We're waiting for the Switch Clock to come back up. That way we can switch into Alolan Ninetales as fast as possible if they decide to let this go. So Hydro Cannon gets the final shield. They decide to swap out, so we're going to come in against Scrafty now with Alolan Ninetales and charm our way down, and that's going to be a good game. The hardest hitting move left in the game is honestly going to be Earthquake, or Fire Punch is definitely not going to be Foul Play, so we will save the shield for that and just charm our way down right here as we do get to a Weather Ball. So that is going to be a good game, very well played. And just a friendly reminder for you guys watching, this team can be extremely hard countered. Like, you won't be able to do anything against a lot of teams, so just be warned if you guys are going to try this right now after the video dropped. But we got a Diggersby here on the lead, so this is actually a pretty good situation where we're consistently doing hard-hitting, fast-move damage with Waterfall, and Hydro Cannon is going to be forcing shield, so I'm okay to go into the 2 shield with this setup. I'm just concerned about what they could have in the back, but unfortunately that was just a Fire Punch right there. But Waterfall here is doing so much damage that as long as this is an Earthquake, we should be able to double shield right here, and it was an Earthquake. We can farm down now. They decide now to swap into a Alolan Ninetales, so my thought is maybe they actually are running double charm. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon right here, and I think I need to bank 1 more Hydro Cannon. We do get a shield, which is fine. I'm going to bank it and then swap out, and we do catch the charge move now on Wigglytuff. So Alolan Ninetales actually might be able to take this mid-game matchup because they probably can get to 1 more Weather Ball in order to take us out, which is fine by me. Yeah, they do get to another one in time. So we'll have to see what they have in the back, but we do have a Hydro Cannon ready on our Empoleon. So I think I got to come in with Alolan Ninetales right now to get ahead on energy and save the health there on Empoleon. So we do charm down. Let's see what's going to be in the back. Diggersby decides to come in, so they are clearly weak in the back to Alolan Ninetales. But thankfully, Fire Punch, even though it is super effective damage, we can easily survive this, I should say, and farm down. Final Pokemon is going to be an Altaria. So that is going to be a good game. Very well played. It feels so wrong, but so good at the same time. So good game right there. All right, moving to the next one, we got Empoleon on the lead versus Altaria. So in these situations, I'm always very concerned about what they have in the back, and there's actually going to be a Toxicroak. So my first thought is this is actually going to be double fighter. Because we saw a Toxicroak safe swap, and that was not enough for Sludge Bomb. It's just going to be a Mud Bomb, so I let it go. And then we are going to Charm down. Now, we might have to give up a shield here. Yeah, we have to give up a shield now for the next Mud Bomb because I want to maintain switch advantage just in case there's actually something like a Galarian Stunfisk in the back. And Wigglytuff right here with Charm and Ice Beam is going to get ourselves even shields and really chunk the health now of the Altaria. So boom! They actually let it go. They're trusting in Medicham. Did I scare you right there? They're trusting in Medicham. My first read of Double Fighter was correct, and we come in with Alolan Ninetales and fully charm down. So I'm going to go ahead and shield, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. Like I said, everyone, this team is so polarized on one side that I was playing the game of odds. As long as I didn't face a lot of Venusaur, Galarian, Stunfisk teams or teams with double counters to fairies in the back, we were good. And that actually worked out to be a 30-10 run for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, I do apologize, and you guys said you already forgive me for sharing this team, but huge shout out to the YouTube channel members and the patrons for supporting me. I'm glad you guys got to run this team this week and had a lot of fun with it. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.